So what's the best side hustle in the world that you can start today to quit your 9-to-5 job? Is it Amazon FBA, drop shipping, affiliate marketing, cryptocurrency, forex trading, couch flipping, starting a local business? There are literally hundreds of side hustles, but I'm going to show you the very best one that has personally helped me quit my 9-to-5 job within 9 months. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jonathan Montoya and this is a brand new series I'm going to be starting on how to quit your 9-to-5 job. Now, this is just the first video of a multi-video series that I'm going to be doing in order to show you how you can quit your 9-to-5 job. Now, I have personally helped over 40,000 people start their journey of quitting their 9-to-5 job and achieving financial freedom. For example, these are my students, Jed and Lindsley. They were able to quit their 9-to-5 job with the process that I'm about to show you today. Now, here's another student, Teresa, who recently quit her job implementing this exact same system and this exact same side hustle that I'm going to show you today. Take a look at Teresa right here. And I want to shout out one more of my students. This is Sergio Sixtos. Now, he was actually a school teacher who implemented this exact same side hustle that I'm going to show you today. And more importantly, he was also able to quit his 9-to-5 job. Now, before I show you the actual side hustle that has changed my entire life, you need to understand that I have gone through a ton of other business models to learn how this business works. Now, I've tried every side hustle that you can think of, and maybe some of you have gone through other side hustles as well. But I want you to understand this wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. There was a lot of scars. I lost a lot of money to even learn what this side hustle was that changed my entire life. And I want to tell you real quick how I learned this side hustle. That way you don't make the same mistake I did. Now, this business model that I'm going to reveal in just a bit has allowed me to do some super cool things. Now, you can see on the right side, I got to meet the owner of $1 billion company. And on the left side, because of this side hustle, I was able to win a $100,000 truck absolutely free. Now, I've also got to meet some super cool people such as Alex Hermosi, who's given over $1 million to charity. I've been on the top of the leaderboards for some of the biggest softwares in the world. And as you can see on the right, I've even been asked to speak on stages. But that's just a little bit of what this side hustle has allowed me to do. More importantly, I want you to know exactly how I got into this. Now, I'm going to take you way back. Since I was a little kid, I've always known that I wanted more for my life. I didn't always want to work a 9-to-5 job. So as you can see, since I was 6, 7 years old, I was going door to door. I was selling lemonade on the sidewalk. And as I got older, I was going into high school. I would knock on doors to mow lawns. I would pull weeds, whatever I had to do to make money. Now, unfortunately, as I got older, society, my parents, everybody told me that I had to graduate college to have a good job, to be able to have a good life, and that way I could retire at 65 years old. And at that point, I could finally live my life. So I bought into the quote-unquote lie that I had to do this. So as you can see, I actually graduated college, and you know what? I actually did get my dream job. Now, that exact same year that I got my dream job, I actually married the woman of my dreams. This was my high school sweetheart. Once we got our job, she was actually working night shifts. I was working during the day, and we actually never got to see each other. And once we got married, we actually moved into my grandparents' former home. Now, unfortunately, this home was super dirty. It had no AC, no heat, and we could literally hear mice running through the walls. Now, you need to understand how embarrassed and how awful I felt as a husband that just married my wife. I put my wife in this situation that I had no idea I was going to get her in. You see, at the time, we both knew this home was dirty and we were okay with cleaning up, but we didn't know there was mice all throughout the home in the walls. We would literally wake up and there was mice on the counter. And this was such an awful situation because I had put my wife in this situation and I just just felt so horrible and so embarrassed that I did that to my wife. Now, the worst part about this experience is my wife had just gotten off work off the night shift. Now, I had already gone to work because I was working during the day. Now, my wife was extremely tired because she had worked a 12-hour shift at night and she wanted to just go home and sleep. Now, she called me that day and she told me I cannot go to sleep. The house is hot. I'm super tired. But the worst part is there's a mouse running underneath the bed. And there was literally nothing I could do at that moment. I just remember feeling so bad and I was so embarrassed that I had put her in that situation. Now, I came home that night. I looked her in the eyes and I said, I'm so sorry that I put you in this situation, but I want you to understand that it's gonna get better. I'm trying to save money so we can move into an actual home. I said, I promise you it's gonna be worth the time. We're not gonna be here forever. And she looked at me and said, okay, I trust you. Now, I wanna say things got better, but they didn't. They actually got worse. We ended up getting into the rat race cycle. So basically, you work to make money. That way you could pay bills, to live a basic lifestyle, but we ended up not being able to save any money. So we got into debt and hence we got into this rat race cycle. And it was very unfortunate because we were at this home for a long time, longer than we expected. Now, at that point, I knew I had to make a major change. And that's when I set out on the journey to find the best side hustle that's gonna get me out of my 9-to-5 job. So I literally tried every side hustle that you can think of. I had tried all these MLM businesses and I had failed at every single one. The worst part is I was ruining relationships with my friends and my family because they didn't want to buy these lotions and potions that honestly I didn't even believe in. Now, the next side hustle that I started was an Amazon FBA store. If you're not familiar with this, this is basically where you buy a ton of products from China, you ship it to an Amazon warehouse, and then Amazon ships the products for you. Now, the problem with an Amazon FBA store is you need a ton of money to buy inventory. Then you have to store that inventory in Amazon. Now, if you don't sell that inventory, you have to pay all these inventory fees and you're just basically losing money on the inventory. And now you're paying for storage if you don't sell anything, which is exactly what happened when I started my Amazon FBA store. Now, the next side hustle that I started was a drop shipping store, which was similar to an Amazon FBA, but with drop shipping, you ship it directly to the customer. So for example, if you're selling a shirt, I would buy it directly from China and ship it directly to the customer. Now, the main issue with drop shipping was all the support tickets that we got. Email after email after email saying, hey, I haven't gotten my product because it was shipping from China to the US, which was taking 3, 4, even 5 weeks. So people were getting refunds. They were doing chargebacks. I had tons and tons of support messages. So that business was an absolute failure because I was working my 9-to-5 job and I didn't have time to build this business. Now, the next side hustle that I tried so I couldn't leave my 9-to-5 job was crypto and Forex trading. Now, if you're not familiar with that, that's where you're using a robot or you're using some sort of analysis to try to do day trading. Now, a lot of people make money with this, but the issue is a lot of people get very emotional when they start losing money. And that's exactly what happened to me. I had put a huge chunk of money in my Forex account. Now, I started to lose and then I started to lose more. And because I got emotional, that's when I lost all my money and more that I put into this system. Now, this actually led me to the darkest time in my entire life. I literally went negative $1,200 in my bank account. Now, you can see here, I took a screenshot of this because in my mind, I thought one day maybe I could get out of this and I could talk about this. But you can see right here, literally negative $1,200. I couldn't pay my bill. skills. I didn't know what to do, and I felt even more of a failure, even though I had started all these quote unquote side hustles that I thought was gonna get me out of my 9-to-5 job. Now, what you need to understand is this situation brought me to the darkest time in my life, and maybe one day I'll talk about what I was actually thinking during that time. But I remember it was just a very, very bad time, and I didn't even tell my wife. I felt like such a failure because I had gone negative in the bank. I had tried and failed at all these businesses, and I was worse off than when I started. I was even worse off in that rat race cycle that I mentioned earlier. There is some good that came from this because I didn't give up. I was not going to quit. I wanted to leave my job so bad. I wanted to get my wife out of this home that I wasn't willing to quit. Now, I realized why I had failed at those businesses, and this is exactly why. You see, I was trying to go and create my own products. The upfront cost of an Amazon FBA store was way too much. I needed to buy tons of inventory. I kept annoying my friends and family to buy products that I didn't believe in, they didn't care about. It took all my free time. It wasn't beginner friendly, especially someone working a 9-to-5 job. Now, I remember once I was negative $1,200 in my bank, I had to figure out a business model that could work for me while I was still working a job without much skills, and something that I could do with only a few hours a day. Now, I want to introduce the best business model for any 9-to-5 worker that wants to quit their 9-to-5 job. And this is called affiliate marketing. Now, the best part about affiliate marketing is you don't need a product to get started with. You only need a couple hours every single week, so you can do this while you're working your 9-to-5 job. There's literally zero to low upfront costs to start an affiliate marketing business. This is perfect for beginners because you don't need any skills just to get started. And the best part is you don't have to do any fulfillment, any shipping. You don't have to worry about having a support team. You don't even have to do the support yourself. And the best part is you're not going to have to bug your friends and family, because with an MLM, you're promoting products that you absolutely don't care about. Now, I'm excited because during this series, I'm going to show you how you could start an affiliate marketing business. More importantly, I'm going to give you all the training, all the tools to be able to start an affiliate marketing business while you're still working a 9-to-5 job. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did to be able to quit my job in just 9 months. And more importantly, I'm going to show you the exact same framework that helped my students also quit their 9-to-5 job. Now, if you're excited to learn affiliate marketing, I want you to say, I want to quit my job down below. And in the next video inside of this Quit Your 9-to-5 Job series, I'm going to explain exactly how to get started. And then later on in this series, once I teach you the skills, I'm going to show you how you can clone an entire affiliate marketing business in just seconds. But before I show you that, you need to understand the skills. That way you can do this over and over and over again. And that way you can help your friends, and that way you can help your family quit their 9-to-5 job as well. So again, if you're excited for this brand new free series that I'm doing, say, I want to quit my 9-to-5 job down below, and we'll see you on the next video. God bless.